U.S. President Trump has taken to Twitter this morning to once again speak out against the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election. Trump calling it a national disgrace. He wrote, "Where's the collusion? They made up a phony crime called collusion. When there was no collusion, they say it was obstruction of a phony crime that never existed. If you fight back or say anything bad about the rigged witch hunt, they scream obstruction." Christine Emba is an opinion columnist with The Washington Post. She joins me now. Christine, good Monday morning. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me on.
So yesterday, Rudy Giuliani was on Meet the Press with Chuck Todd, and there was this moment that everyone is still talking about this morning. It's the truth isn't truth comment. We'll play it, and then we'll get your thoughts on it after.
When you tell me that, he should testify because he's going to tell the truth and he shouldn't worry, well, that's so silly because it's somebody's version of the truth, not the truth. He didn't have a conversation
Truth is
about...
truth. I don't mean to go like...
No, it isn't truth. Truth isn't truth. The President of the United States says, I didn't...
Truth isn't truth. Mr. Mayor, do you realize what...
No.
This is going to become a bad meme.
Don't do this to me.
Don't do truth isn't truth to me.
Donald Trump says, I didn't talk about Flynn with Comey. Comey says you did talk about it. So tell me what the truth is.
So that just left a lot of people's heads spinning. We thought alternate facts was catchy. That's been wiped off the map now. Did you think that this would receive as much attention as it has? And did he do anything to help the president yesterday with these comments?
I have to say he did not help Donald Trump with these comments yesterday. Yes, I was going to say exactly as you did, that this is going to enter sort of the pantheon of symbolic Trump administration phrases along with alternative facts, because it's just so expressive of sort of the Trump MO right now. What is truth? Who knows what the truth is? We can make it up as we go along. Whatever we say is the truth. It's a way of sort of confusing what's real and what's not in order to try and outwit or slip away from the firm hand of a prosecutor. Giuliani tried to clarify this morning in tweets that what he meant by truth isn't truth is that there are competing he said, she said versions of the facts. And he didn't want Trump to get caught up in that discussion with Robert Mueller. But there aren't really competing versions of the fact. He says one thing, she said the other. One of them is true. Right. The problem is going to be whether, Trump actually says the true thing or lies, and that could be a big problem for him. This perjury trap idea is really what Giuliani is worried about, and they're worried about that due to Trump's temperament.
So these comments come at the same time that we learned over the weekend that Trump's lawyer has been speaking, cooperating with the Mueller investigation. Are we getting a clearer picture of where the president and his team stands on having him speak with Robert Mueller? Do we know if that's going to happen now, or is that not a possibility, given what we've seen over the last 48 hours?
So we still don't know whether that's going to happen. As we saw yesterday, Giuliani seems rather opposed to the president speaking to Bob Mueller, in part because he's afraid that the president might implicate himself in perjury by lying. They have been trying, however, to make some sort of deal by which Donald Trump could speak to Bob Mueller while taking some conversational topics off the table. For instance, he would agree to speak to Mueller, but there wouldn't be able to be any discussion of the actual obstruction case. It's not clear whether that would be helpful to Mueller, so it's not clear whether that will go forward. However, the Trump camp has said that they would not speak to Bob Mueller after September 1st until the midterm elections in order to avoid tainting the elections by political discussion. So we have a few more days to wait and see.
All right, we'll have to leave it there for today. We're out of time. Christine Emba, great to see you. Christine is with The Washington Post, joining us this morning from their newsroom.